What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Just Fire No One here, and in today's video, we have a fit men versus fat men. I wanted to react to this because I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I used to weigh pretty hefty. This how I used to look before I started working out, and then this how I look right now. Kind of, I'm on a cut stage, so I got to get back to my cut. Um, But I saw this came out, and I'm like, we gotta react to it. I gotta react to it. But it is over an hour long, so we're not gonna react to it today, like all of it today. I'll do like 3 segments. But before I press play, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications if you are new, just to get more videos like this. But yeah, let's get to it. 3, 2, 1.
Just being in a fat body and being in public space encourages obesity?
Yes.
Shame is what led me to an eating disorder. When what we're looking for is stability.
It's your fault.
See, the problem is that you're a professional victim. Would you agree, like, looking at his physique? Like, he's at a perfectly, I would say, maybe healthy.
No.
Maybe.
He's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
Yeah, Jackman versus Fat Man.
My name is John. I host the Radical
It's John.
podcast. I used to direct episodes of Middle Ground, but I'll now be moderating today's discussion between jacked men and fat men. Our first prompt is, I have felt disgusted looking at a fat body. Can our agreeers please step forward? Whoever feels compelled to start us off.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Okay.
Right off the gun. Why don't you just say it?
I know why you say that, but it's one of those things where, do you know why you're saying that?
Yes, because I've been fat before and I lost the weight.
Well, me too. I've been fat my whole life. I've been way skinnier than I am now.
Yeah, me too. I was pretty skinny as a kid, and then some stuff happened which I'm not gonna get into. But yeah, I started eating, and I didn't stop. I kept on eating throughout all high school until COVID, and then I had to make a change. I had to. I didn't like it at all. So yeah, like I said, I used to be in a big body, so I know how it is.
I've been way heavier than I am now. Was I less valuable at one point in there?
Well, I mean, you can make an argument that you're less valuable when you're fat or carrying resources, but that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, in general, being fat is unacceptable because you control every single morsel of food that goes into your mouth.
Okay.
It shows a lack of discipline. It shows a lack of character. It shows a lack of temperance. And when you're fat, it's an outward manifestation of your inadequacies.
When I see somebody who's 500 or 600 pounds, all I can think of is, why do they care so little about their health that they can do this, allow themselves to gain that much weight, knowing it's taken 20, 30, 40 years off their life? I just can't imagine not wanting to live that badly.
Am I able to ask, are the fit guys naturally on steroids? That's all I want to ask. I just want to ask. Like, you guys let me know in the comments below. Do you think these guys are natural, or do you think they've used some type of cycle?
Yeah, man. No, it's I've definitely felt disgusted looking at my own body and looking at other fat bodies in my life. A lot of the disgust I felt looking at people was me feeling disgusted with myself.
Yep.
And then projecting that feeling onto other people. And I don't think anyone on either side will disagree that health is important.
Mm-hmm.
I know that my own mental health was way worse when I was spending every fixate of my life trying to get smaller and trying to be thinner.
I don't think there's anyone that can look at somebody 500, 600, 700 pounds and not think, wow, what have they done? And not be disgusted. Like, how can you not? I just can't understand.
You can't assume that everyone has the same opinion, though.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, some people have emotional stuff that happened, traumatic stuff that's happened, so you can't discount and just say, oh, because they're fat.
Oh, man. Like, there's way worse stuff going out in the world.
Absolutely.
People saying, oh my God, I'm sad, I'm going to eat some ice cream. It's like, no, dude, it's like, you're fat, you made that decision, you live in the best country ever. If you live in a civilized, first world country where you have electricity, internet power, etc., you deserve to be bullied. It's ridiculous to me that we have all these fat people running around, meanwhile people are being bombed in Gaza. It's ridiculous. We are so privileged here in the United States and in the West in general. When I see a fat person, I'm like, wow, you got the gift of life. You got the gift of being in a developed country, and you're a fat POS talking about body positivity on TikTok. What the hell is
But
going
now
on
you're
here?
segmenting, because not everyone thinks like that.
No, we need to bring shaming back.
Okay.
We need to bring shaming back in so many other regards besides obesity. We need to do it with sluts. We need to shame fat people. We need to shame everybody. Because shame has been one of the strongest defenses against degeneracy and human hookups.
You had a personal experience you wanted to share. You said you used to be overweight.
Oh yeah, so I did an experiment back in like 2015 where I like bulked for like almost 2 years, and I got up to like 250 pounds, and then I dieted down. It took me about 7 months. I systematically did it, control my calories, track my macros, track my protein, carbs, fats, and
So I just want to say something real quick. He said he was working for 2 years, so he's been fit throughout his whole life, and he wanted to do an experiment, had the tools and everything, but he did mention about calorie deficit and tracking his macros and everything. I never track my calories. I'm gonna be completely honest, 100%. Is that a good thing? No, don't do what I did. I did not track my calories. All I did was focus on 2 meals a day, skip breakfast, have a protein shake, have a protein bar when I got back from the gym, and then my 2 meals, and then maybe like an apple for a snack or something. But that was it. That's all I had. And the lunch contained a packet of tuna with rice and maybe a little bit of diced pickles. Don't at me. It was bomb. But like rice chips. But that was it. I didn't have anything else. I didn't. I might have tracked it like once my first week of working out, but other than that, I didn't track my calories. And that's, I don't know if you guys are the same with me, or you guys be like, you gotta track your calories, but I didn't track my calories.
systematically lost 1 to 2 pounds per week.
So you chose to gain up to 250.
Yeah,
you were
so
naturally.
Yeah, he was naturally.
I'm naturally skinny.
Yeah,
And then I was like, all right, I'm going to get fat as an experiment.
Yeah.
Did it. And then I was like, all right, now I'm going to lose the weight. And then all I did was just track my calories, like the same food every single day.
Yeah.
Went to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. And everything was controlled and it got done. Was it monotonous? Of course. Was it boring?
I agree with you there. I am naturally this way. This is with working out 4 or 5 times.
That's not true.
And also, how is he saying it's not true? We have genetics. Genetics run through different people. I might have a different nose than you. I might have a different body type than you. We're all different. We're not the same. We can't all get shredded like he can within like a 7-month span. It's most of it is genetics too. It's not just I'm gonna go work out, I'm gonna get ripped. You can do all that stuff, but genetics do play a factor in that too.
It's 100% true, bro.
Nah, bro.
No,
Come to the gym with me. This is me
it's not
working out.
natural at all because at the end of the day, if you don't lose weight, by definition, you're not in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, then you're going to either maintain or gain weight. And that's the problem is that people don't track their calories.
And that's true. But
I didn't track my calories.
at their resting metabolic rate, a different set of calories.
It doesn't matter.
Let's not get too granular right now. Rogany, it's going to be one of those episodes, right? Let's bring in the disagreeers and hear from them.
Okay, so the reason I disagreed, especially when I heard the statement, I don't think I'll ever look at somebody based on their situation and think that I'm disgusted. Like, if I see somebody that's a drug addict on the street that's homeless, I'm not disgusted by that. If I see somebody that's incredibly overweight, I'm not disgusted by that. Do I think that there's an opportunity for growth? Do I think they've been put in a disadvantageous position that's probably makes it harder for them? Absolutely. I think I'm kind of an empath, so when I see somebody, I know that there's things underlying, and one of my best friends is 400 plus pounds. I've helped him lose 150, 200 pounds. He's gained it back, and I don't look at him.
See, that's a beautiful thing too. People help each other lose weight too. Like when I was big, I really didn't have help, and then I just started doing it. Me and my sister started working out too. We just started working out, and don't get me wrong, we were scared to work out, but we did it, and and I am truly blessed that I have people ask me what I do day to day, what I eat day to day. That is a beautiful thing for me. Like I love to help people, and I want to see people grow too, not just me. I want to see everybody grow.
Say I'm disgusted, but I know how bad he wants it, and just seeing how hard he tries and then reverts, it's almost more tough for me than to be like, oh, that's disgusting, And I think there's plenty of people that look at me and say, that's disgusting. I never want to look like that. So like, I know what it feels like on the other side to like look the way I do and get people look at me like, ugh, that's gross. So like, have that muscle, and to go back to that point, like you came from a fit place, and like deciding to bulk, like that's a conscientious decision to gain weight. Like you already have those habit routines and skills in order to stay in shape, and then you use those same skills you had to pull back on the calories and knowledge you had.
The reason why I use that example is that you can get fat and lose the weight if you know what you're doing, you have the knowledge and everything else like that. It's just about consistency over time. So it's like, I look at it like...
Let me cut you off, because here's one thing that you just said.
Yeah.
You have the tools. So there's people that don't have the tools that you've passed judgment on, and you have failed to realize that with the tools, people are very much capable of achieving amazing things. But
okay, let's talk about set.
No, hold on, I'm not done.
Why you cut me off?
I'm not done. And I stood over there and I listened to you, and I was like, it's a ton of bullshit too.
Oh, sure.
But we're gonna address this, right?
Yeah.
You are passing judgment on people who lack the tools to do what it is that they need to do to get themselves to a certain point of health. There are multitudes of factors that weighs into what goes on with somebody's body. There are people that even if they work out, losing the weight does not come as simple as just going to the gym, cutting calories, watching everything that you eat. There are some people that have a disposition. I have a disposition. But does that mean that I'm not active? Does that mean that I'm not doing certain things? No, it doesn't. But you're passing judgment on somebody's body that you know nothing about. Now, on the flip side, what if I turned around and I did the same thing to you? You're talking about how fit and stuff that you are, but you're over there and you're smallest compared to these other guys.
Oh.
So how does that feel if someone comes? No, because you said shame, right? You said shame, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would never shame anybody for the size or how tall they are. No, that's not me. You know, I get he's trying to prove a point, but also, you know, we got to respect one another at the end of the day too. And like I said, I was big, so I know how that is.
how does that feel if someone comes up and they start shaming you for size? Like, come on, it goes both ways.
We're just in the first
So,
prompt. We got to be
here's the
careful
thing.
about targeting each other too directly. You
No, I
definitely.
mean, I'm not offended. It's fine. He's
no, it
emotional,
goes
and that's
in
fine.
every direction.
He's obviously very triggered.
Oh,
But
I'm
yeah,
not
so let's talk
triggered.
about, let's hit the first part. Tools. What are the tools? The tools are simply knowledge, which you can get for free on the internet. If you have the ability and the discipline to go out there and get the knowledge, then you're going to lose weight. It's just that simple. It's just that people want to always make excuses for why. Oh, my feelings. Oh, I don't know. You don't know what people are going through, blah, blah, blah. No, you can watch your calories. You can go to the gym. You have time to do it. People just like to make excuses.
I don't think anyone's debating that weight loss is impossible here. I think the question is, why do you hate fat people, that you feel the disgust towards it?
Well, like I said before, it's a culmination of a bunch of bad decisions. I'm not going to go ahead and give the same level of respect to someone who's a fat ass to someone that has worked really hard and diligently on their physique, because your body's outward manifestations
There's more
of decisions,
factors to a
your
human
consistency.
being than their body.
Well, you could judge a lot just off of someone's physique. You'd be like, okay, well, this guy is lazy, and that's personified through their physique. It's the truth.
Abe, I saw you. What?
All right, we're back. I had to press pause. There we go.
Someone's physique. You'd be like, okay, well, this guy is lazy,
Okay,
and that's
all right.
personified through the.
They're not all lazy. Okay, offensive linemen. You know, a bunch of athletes. There are a lot of athletes that are built different than, you know, the way I'm built or the way you might be built. You know, there's different precautions to having those different types of athletes. Like different sports have different types of athletes. You know, like offensive linemen got to be big. You know, big bulky. You know, and then what's that sport thing that goes like that? I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that's, you know, there's a lot of different other factors than just, you can't just say lazy. You're like, clearly athletes are built different, so they're not being called, you know. But
It's the truth.
Abe, I saw you.
I mean, just to take it back to the prompt, I think we just kind of went all over the place there.
We're still focusing on the word discuss.
Just the word disgust. I mean, I would never look at someone with disgust towards them. I mean, I think I would respect, like you said. I mean, you don't respect everyone, like you said, but I think
Respect is earned.
I mean, it's earned, but
let me nudge in with you real quick. Yes, respect is earned, but also respect is a two-way street. So if he's not gonna respect me, then why am I gonna respect you? I ain't gonna respect you. No, I get respect is earned, but it's also respect is a two-way street. I'm gonna talk to you man to man. I'm gonna have respect for you. But if you're not gonna talk to me man to man, you're gonna, come at me and stuff. No, your respect is gone, just like that. That easy. So respect is a two-way street. It's not respect is not earned. I don't have to earn respect for you. Well, why am I gonna earn respect for you if you haven't earned it for me yet?
I mean, I think at a humane level, we can learn to appreciate each other's differences.
Yeah, I don't know if like disgust would be the right word, right?
I know.
Greg mentioned some health implications with being overweight or obese.
Yeah.
I think being concerned might be a better.
That's the word. A better word. Like I can show concern for someone for the way that they are, but I would never look at someone and say like, "You're disgusting."
But is it any different than if you see somebody who's extremely anorexic, they're 50 pounds, you look at them, you're in shock. Oh my God. Like something happens in your body you can't control. You can't stop that. Like how can you not? I don't hate them. It's just, wow, oh my God. It's like, it's disgusting. Like, holy goodness gracious.
That's when you use the word disgusting, right? Disgusting. So you just mentioned the polar opposite of what we are, right? But why would you look at them and be disgusted versus concerned? That is a very specific word. And it has very specific connotations behind it. And when it's used, it's somewhat weaponized as well.
I don't think we can help how we feel. I don't think I can choose like, oh, I just am not. We'd be sitting here and lying. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm always going to be honest with people. I'm disgusted. This is just how I feel.
The thing is, when you see a fat person, the reason why it's disgusting and the reason why there's so much pushback on this whole body positivity and people make fun of Lizzo, rightfully so, by the way, is because it's unattractive. It's unhealthy until we had this woke era. They used to put like models and attractive people on the cover of magazines that were in shape. Why? So that people can aspire to look like that. And it's healthy and it looks better in general. You look good, feel good. But when you're fat, it says a lot about you. People are going to sit there and be like, let me see if he's a good person. No, they're just going to assume that you're lazy, which you are, by the way, when you're fat. And you don't have discipline, which you are.
Like I said before about, when you said lazy, not all big people are lazy, dude. Like, when I was big, I played sports. I was an athlete. I was an athlete when I was growing up. I've been playing sports my whole life. Even when I was big, I still played sports. You're gonna call me lazy because I'm a little bigger. I was a little bigger back in the day, but I still played sports. So it's not just, oh, you're fat, you're lazy. No, there's probably a reason why you're built a different way than he's built. You might have a sport that you got to train for. You might, bodybuilders, they're big too. It's just not all being lazy.
So they're just going to assume off of what they see. That's the world they live in.
I love how you stated a ton of assumptions. You didn't state not one fact. You just stated assumptions.
I want to move on to the next prompt, but we're definitely.
Can I say one thing? Just one question. Like, let's say you knew he used to be 600 pounds, and how much do you weigh now?
I'm 384.
And he's 384. Do you see him as less disgusting knowing he's lost 220 pounds?
No, that's fantastic.
I
but
think, yes,
there's still work to be done. But here's the thing, like I said before, unfortunately, human beings judge a book by its cover. It's just the world that we live in. Fat people that identify as 97 genders, whatever, they expect us to change our worldview for them, and that's just not how the world works. Like, it's been that way. It's always going to be that way.
Worldview. That's right,
we gotta,
it's just the
we gotta
world
reset.
like, people are gonna,
it's different. Yeah, my bad.
No, let's reset.
All right, we are back. I had to fix my camera for a bit, but let's get back into it.
Your worldview. That's
right, we gotta reset.
Like, people are gonna,
it's different. Yeah, my bad.
No, let's reset. Jacked men are more attractive than fat men. Will the agreeers please step forward?
Of course, all of them go up.
There's 4 guys over there. All right, we're living in a bizarre world where people don't see the truth. Like, how is it possible that they're thinking, no, being obese and unhealthy is more attractive than being fit and healthy? How is this possible?
You know what? This is precisely why a majority of women find the majority of men as unattractive. Because a lot of guys think this way, oh, I just get nice guys, girls are gonna like me. No, they're not. She's not gonna suck your dick with the same veracity when you're fat as when you're in shape. She's just not. See, people don't understand that women are aroused by one thing and they're attracted by another thing. Women are attracted.
All right, let me say something real quick. I agree and disagree. When I was big, no one really talked to me. Maybe a couple people. But when I was skinnier, a lot of people talked to me more. Even then, not really. So I don't think it really matters on your size, and it compares on how fit you are. Because do girls really like the 6-pack guys or the 8-pack guys with like the veins and everything?
To a guy that's confident, ambitious, makes money, etc. Of course, right? But they're around by guys that have soul tendencies, or triad traits, etc., and guys that are physically in shape. So if you want to get the best of your woman, where she respects and admires you, while simultaneously being aroused by you, so she doesn't cheat on you, you need to have it home. You're saying that's true for all women, a majority, a staggering majority of women.
There might be 1% of the world that have there's something wrong with them that might think that you're 600 pounds, it's so hot, I love that.
The hot girls that you actually want, they exercise their hypergamy to the highest degree, and they want guys that are fit, and have their money together, and their life together.
You're looking at me like you want to say something.
Yeah. The question was, are Jack men more attractive? We all walked over. Are we more attracted to Jack men?
I'm assuming they framed that because we're all guys here they need women.
Well, men can be attracted to
If I
men.
had to switch teams, I'm going with the Jack guy.
Obviously, this is going to be like personal biases, but I think attraction is very fluid in the sense that I can 100% admit, like, there was probably 40 pounds of muscle ago is when most women would be like attracted to a girl. Of course, like fitness girls, they're totally okay with the size I am, but like probably most girls, I'm like too much for. So like,
yeah.
we draw that line.
Exactly what he's saying. No, great fit. But are girls attracted to that? Let me know in the comments. Are you guys attracted to that? Would you guys, date him? Nothing wrong with him. Really built like what he's toned. But the question was, are Jack men more attractive? And like I said before, how jacked are we?
Kind of like, I think, for example, like you would be much more attractive to most women than me. Would you agree with that?
I mean, that doesn't mean that, like, if you walked up to a girl, and let's say you're not her, like, you're a little bit more muscular, she's like, you have a charming charisma, she goes, what would you have? No matter.
I have an interesting point, and no shit on you, but I think if you had Zach, right, I'm in.
Yep.
If you put Zach and Greg, and you put them next to each other, and you did a poll, I think that most women would probably
go with Greg.
Him.
Yep.
If you had to, like, because he's got the height and all that. What would you guys say to that?
No.
Well, we can put it to the test.
That's not really fair. I'm 48 years old. He's a lot younger than me. He's about a foot taller than me, but I can't compare him. I'm an old man. I'm 48 years old.
Obviously, height is a big component. So that it's not apple. You're comparing apples to oranges. But if you take the same guy, same height, etc., but one guy is fat, one guy's in good shape, she's always going to go with the guy that's in better shape.
Because I've been so surprised to see on Instagram, there'll be like guys doing like an outfit try on, like not in shape in the slightest bit, and all the comments are women like, I wish like men knew this is how we wish they looked, and like, oh, this is like the dream.
Social media.
Liars for look good. One thing about you can never believe what women say. You believe how they behave, not what they say.
That's a different episode.
That's all right. Bring it on in.
I disagreed mostly just with the blanket statement because attraction is so subjective. I am a big and tall model by trade. That's what I do. I model clothing brands. I've modeled with major fashion houses. I've been on the covers of magazines. You mentioned before dad bod comments and whatnot and on social media. I was flabbergasted when I started how many people were commenting and DMing me and talking about how attractive I was. That it just kind of, I don't know, showed me that attraction is a lot more subjective than I thought, and people have a much wider range of what they find attractive.
Yeah, that's a different thing too. Like, I may be big, but when I wear like baggy clothes, I don't look as big. Like he's saying, he does models. He's, what do you say? Shoot, I forgot. Yeah, he's a model. So like he does clothes, he does fashion, he does all that, and people are attracted to that. It's not just, oh, you're shredded. Oh, I want you. A lot of people look at appearance, hygiene. It's not really like, oh, I got a 6-pack, I'm jacked, you're gonna date me. No, it's more than just that. But
Than specifically a body type.
Is being jacked the most important trait for being attractive?
no,
I'd argue for guys, it's probably the otherwise, right? I think height would be very
Money, height, fame, like what can you bring to the table?
The number
Exactly.
one thing is status. By far, status. People also go after what they think they can get.
So if this guy is 6'5" and extremely attractive, and it's like, well, I can't get that guy. I'm attracted to the 10-on-10 supermodel, but I'm not going to get her, so I'll be happy with the 9.9 on 10.
Just to be clear, are we speaking about women being attracted to men?
It's not just about women. It's just about attraction.
Yeah.
What is the most attractive, in your opinion,
Okay.
physique for a man?
Okay. I'm speaking from like what women find attractive. So when I speak,
Yeah,
I'm
anybody.
sexually fluid. So my law of attraction does not adhere to anyone's standards, pretty much. I'm attracted to people in general. So you could be jacked, you could be more plus size, you could be skinny, you could be whatever it is that you are. If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you.
What are the traits you find most attractive?
I think the way that you carry yourself is a really big thing for me. I can't date someone who lacks confidence because I feel like that seeps into other aspects of your life.
Do you mind if I jump in on the confidence thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So growing up, wasn't too confident in myself, and I gained that confidence when I started losing weight. And I noticed it was me putting myself in positions to get more opportunities with women. Right now, I'm single right now, but I'm doing okay. But the confidence came from me losing weight.
Yeah.
So I do agree.
Yeah, most of this is all about confidence too. If you're confident in yourself, then well, you're good. You're straight. But if you're not, then that's okay. Not everyone's confident. I'm not. I was never confident in myself. Never. I always doubted myself. I still doubt myself to this day. But I learned that not being confident is not going to take you anywhere. You got to be confident to chase what you want. Because at the end of the day, if you're not confident, then someone's going to take your position, or someone's going to take a job, or someone's going to take that person from you. You don't want that to happen. So you got to be the big dog. But I think we're gonna do 5 more minutes because, like I said, this is an hour long.
That it's a subjective kind of standpoint, but socially, I understand that physically fit men, that's just like what everyone's like.
I don't think it's as subjective as guys are trying to say. Attraction isn't a choice, and there are hardwired traits that women look for in men. And what I've come to realize is that what women put out there is what they find attractive or politically correct things. Oh, he's a dad bod. He's nice. He's a good guy. The reality is that women don't respond well and favorably to these men. There's a reason why nice guys finish last is a thing. It's because when you're too nice and you kind of bend to her will, etc., girls aren't aroused by that. Girls don't want to say what they're really aroused by. Guys that are able to stand up to them. Guys that are able to tell them, well, that was a stupid comment, or hold them accountable for their stupidity when they do dumb things. This is what women find attractive because these are leadership traits.
Have any of those things happened to you?
Well, I mean, I've talked to almost 3,000 women, and what I've come to realize from talking to all of them is that most of the time, when they're in a comment section of TikTok, like, you're so handsome, blah, 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 will they actually go on a date and have sex with that guy? Probably not. But they say that because it's politically correct, and women tend to not want to be adversarial. They're going to say what sounds good. But what they're actually aroused by are two different things.
But they're married to those guys.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was
Most
getting to.
often they're married to
I'm married
And
to
marriage is a failed institution in the West, and this is why most men get divorced by women. This is why they get destroyed in the divorce courts. This is why women overwhelmingly initiated the divorce rates in America. 80% are initiated by women, because we sit here and we lie and we believe what women say that they're actually attracted to.
Well, let's go back to attraction for a second, though, because I'm married.
Yeah.
I have a child.
Mm-hmm.
I have a beautiful wife. I was this size the entire process through it.
Would you say that you're an average guy?
I would say that I'm bigger than average.
Yeah, you're not an average guy.
And a model
You're not an average
for
guy.
being slightly
I
overweight.
wasn't a model when I started.
But
dating
you are a
my
very
wife.
good-looking,
I was a
tall, big
bartender.
guy who's
Doing
on
what-
magazine covers. So
I
out
know,
of the million guys overweight, you're at
You're
the
not an
top.
average guy.
I
But
think what you're
I'm
missing
saying-
is he just said that he wasn't any of those things.
He's not 5'6",
before
man, like
he
me.
met his
I was-
Try
wife.
being 5'6" and doing it.
No, I told.
I'm 5'11". You guys want to see? Hi guys, 5'11". Oh,
Totally agree with you. Well, that's what I was gonna actually agree with Myron for a second. Believe it or not.
Except believe it or not.
Status, and then a lot of people other mention confidence. So you even put in your own pecking order ahead of being jacked or being physically
status, for sure.
attractive. Would you say that matters more? Confidence, how you carry yourself, how you do it?
I mean,
the problem is simply, is it either you're
Oh, yeah,
jacked
yeah.
or
And
are you
I'm not
What's
gonna
more
argue the fact that our society definitely finds jack guys more attractive. But I disagree with the statement because it was a blanket statement that I have found untrue in my own life.
all of you feel like you'd be more or less attractive, let's say 50 pounds lighter than you are, and simply like just body fat?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that I struggled with for a while is, in me losing weight, am I still going to be able to book the jobs that I book? Because I've built an entire brand off of my body. I mean, granted, like, coolish, like, you know, I did something that's all my own. Like, I worked on that. But then I was also just like, if I lose this, are you still going to want me to, like, do this campaign for you? Are you still going to want me in your magazine? Are you still going to want to dress me? And then I had to, like, take a step back and say, like, well, what is it for me? Do I want to be skinny? No. Do I want to look like Greg? No. Do I want to look like Myron? No. But I know I want to look like me. I think talking about the law of attraction, you focus so heavy.
All right, you guys. I told you I wasn't going to finish the video. We're about 20 minutes in, and my camera's getting a little hot. So, like I said, I'm going to do segments on this, maybe 2-3 segments. But let me know how you guys are enjoying the video so far. And I'm going to wrap it up from here for today, for this segment. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications if you are new. Like I said, we're on the road to 300 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next segment. Stay tuned. Bye, guys.